Hi everybody, hopefully you can hear me. Just try and get the game up. Yep, this is how it starts. Sorry, just fiddling with some stuff in the background. Alright. Yeah, hi everyone, hopefully you can hear me. This is a bit of a new mic setup, so I hope I sound better, although I'm still fiddling with levels and stuff, so do let me know if it sounds a bit rubbish. And I'll fiddle with some things. But yeah, today I'm quite excited because I think I've played almost every Zachtronics game out there, at least the puzzly ones. I don't think I've played Eliza or what was it called? There's one where you're doing like robot stuff, which I've not played. This is where I should have actually, looked up things beforehand. Now I have to look it up because I feel embarrassed that I've not played his other games. Ironclad Tactics, that's the one. I've not played Ironclad Tactics, but basically every other puzzle-based Zachtronics game I have played to varying levels, from TIS 100, Space Chem. I'm currently playing Exapunks, so I'm super looking forward to a puzzle game by Zachtronics, which is also very kind of retro themed and like an old console. And this is basically what this is styled as. This is how we start. We've booted up our Powerlance Z5. It booted like this, no sounds, no music at the moment, and I guess we have to figure out where we go from here, which will be exciting. So, we've got a handy mate, kind of old PDA at the side here, with an initial message. Hey, Ponky, thank you for joining. It is a quite horrific rip-off of Last Call BBS, yes. So welcome, ask and you shall receive. This is my old Sorayama Let's go with that. Sorayama machine. All set up like it was back then. I even got the BBS running again, so you can dial in and download more of these retro games. I have to admit, I'm still getting used to that term. Anyway, the story of all this stuff is also a story about people. So I wrote a few notes about how I came across these things and whatever else came to mind as I was getting ready. You might find it interesting, you might not. It's there either way, have fun. Sorayama? Okay, we'll go with that. So, if you know anything about Zachtronics games, you know the most important thing about any of them is solitaire. So let's see what the solitaire game is like here before we start. Because I'm pretty sure almost every single Zachtronics game have a solitaire game, and they also obviously released Nerds as well during the pandemic. So stack cards by alternating colours and decrease values. Any card stack can be moved. Clicking on the deck will deal an additional 3 cards at a time. When the deck is empty, it can be used to store a single card. So that's the twist. And then we have to stack them down the left. So most of them have a slight twist in them that make them slightly different from a traditional free cell solitaire. But I could end up doing the whole stream just playing solitaire. I promise I won't though. Mostly because I'm absolutely terrible at solitaire, to be fair. Just shockingly terrible. But in a way that I feel like I would really like to be better. No, I can't move that. So if I move that there, and then I move that there. Well, that's useful getting the ace out. Anyway, I think we'll probably come back to this because otherwise I will just sit here and play this for ages. But it's good to know that you get immediate access to solitaire in Last Call BBS. Clearly they knew what they were doing in their final game and what people were really here for. I am just going to sit here and play this if I don't close that. Okay, So that's one of our buttons. We've also got a system button, which I guess is where all our settings will live. I should say I've not looked at this at all before, apart from just to boot it up and make sure it's working. So we've got a Sawayama Z5 Power Lance, 500XB. That's not a standard unit of measurement. A Tech XHD microdisc drive and a Netronics Net1 modem. That's just our video settings, sound, input. Oh yes, and I now always play Zachtronics games with the histograms and the leaderboards turned off because it makes the games a lot better for me. So you're not going to see how I compare to the Big Wild World, but I can tell you it's probably quite poorly. Okay, there's not much in there. How do we... Alright, so we have a memo pad, an address book, and a closed off thing. I assume we need to connect to a BBS, right? What was it? Bulletin system? Something bulletin system. I have actually connected to real BBSs in the past, but obviously that was a very long time ago. Bulletin board system, I think. Man, when you dial in our modem into a forum, but only 1 or 2 people could be on that forum at the time because you were literally using the telephone line. Right, let's have a look. Drive 0. Ah, that will be our modem manager, I guess. Interesting. Interesting. So I should say I really dig games that basically don't give you any instructions, that just throw you in at the deep end and say, look, you figure it out. To such an extent that that's basically similar style to the game I'm making at the moment. But this is really interesting. You have to figure out the interface and what you need to do as well. So last Call BBS, world time equity first. Let's passive aggressively just ignore the one that is the name of the game. Of course it makes this noise. Amazing. Oh, amazing. Oh, that's very CFAX, or I think teletext for the rest of the world. You're thinking a world clock. What's the big deal? Sure, I know it might not seem that impressive today, but you have to remember this was before everything was networked together. Dialing to that world time server was the first time I realized, hey, I'm really connecting to a whole world through this thing. It's hard to describe what that feeling was like, but I suppose that's why you're into these old machines in the first place, isn't that right? You're looking for that same rush of excitement I felt when I realized that computers could change the world. Oh boy. Do dig the retro hardware and games. Nice, and that's obviously reading off my system clock. Good stuff. Oh. Let's try equity first. See what we have to say about that. I see, and as we explore more things, we're obviously going to unlock different notes in this handy mate. Fun. Of course it's stock prices. I should have realised it was stock prices. Showing up-to-the-minute stock quotes was always a surefire demo, and it sold quite a few systems. Some guy's eyes would just light up. It was a big deal at the time because otherwise you either looked up stock prices in the newspaper once or twice a day, or you called your broker to ask him what's happening. So this was a huge advantage. That is, if you're the kind of guy who cared about stocks. I wasn't. Now every so often I think about how cheap Axiom was back then, and I wonder what my life would have been like if I'd bought some. Okay, I know absolutely nothing about stocks either, so this means nothing to me, apart from, I guess, plus is good and negative is bad. But, I mean, I will say that exchange rate is no longer particularly accurate for, for sterling at the moment, for GDP. Buy Axiom. I think we might be too late to buy Axiom. I think it's already worth a lot. But they do say you should buy low and sell high, so clearly we should buy the Zachmatics as it's the cheapest. Alright. I guess I'll dial the one it obviously wants me to dial. That modem noise is hilariously foreshortened from how long it actually used to take. File list. Come on in, take a seat, and let the barkeep serve up something you never knew you needed. Press the key 1 to 7 to view more information about a file. Last Call BBS. I started the BBS thinking nobody would really use it, so imagine my surprise when the first user dialed in, then the next, then the next. I like to think it was a big community success story, although you can't argue with the free downloads either. People used to call that wares. They did used to call it wares. And the computer industry called it illegal piracy. That's also true. I won't try to justify it, I just wanted to share the cool stuff I found, a lot of which you couldn't get any other way. For a while, Last Call was about as big a BBS as you could find in the Kansas City area. That was important in the era of long-distance telephone fees. So that's a big difference, I guess, between America and the UK. We never had, like, free local calls, so you would get shouted at for using the phone line to be on the internet. But I do remember a lot of these BBSs used to have this like weird esoteric styling, like they were trying to be real places on the internet, which is always fun. So we have Dungeons and Diagrams, 20th Century Food Court, Steed Force Hobby Studio, Kabufiada Solitaire, another different solitaire. We are being spoiled. I mean, something, the Forbidden Pass. Hack Match ROM plus Emulator, Chip Wizard Professional. I want to do 20th Century Food Court. See if you can make food for people in the future in this factory game from Zach Matix. Definitely a weird premise, but once you try it, you might enjoy it, especially if you're technically minded. The interface reminds me of this guy I know who has a whole room in his house dedicated to a machine that makes electronic noise. It sounds terrible, but he loves it. So that's 4 out of 5. Well, let's download the file. Ah, the past. I remember this bit of the past as well. The joys. Wow, I wasn't expecting this to like faithfully make you sit here and wait for it to download. So I guess that's why you have a solitaire game immediately to play. That is a ballsy take, just making you sit there and wait for that to download in real time. I always used to cheat and use the hint function on Microsoft Solitaire, which also meant I very rarely won. Really, I should have the timer off to the side so we can see how the timer's doing. There we go. So that can go there. I saw that at the same time as you there, Port Bonky. Go there. Space for a king. Oh. Nice. That can go there. That can go there. Oh, cool. That's good to know. 4-3-2 on. I have a 4-3-2. Oh well. I guess one of the nice things though is we can now store a card there if that's helpful. I guess it's just a single card you're allowed to store there, yeah. It's just, there we go. I'm enjoying the music to this solitaire game. Just gently bopping along. Yeah, Solitaire's one of those games where, like, there's that meme doing the rounds at the moment of, you know, describe chess as if it was designed today. as if it came out today. And I feel like Solitaire is one of those games that would just not be made these days because it's, in a lot of ways, kinda hilariously broken. Four from top. I can't get the 4 from the top. It's under another card. You don't need to ever take the top card in I'd have to put this somewhere, which I can't. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Fun chat delays. Alright, well that's downloaded. You've reached your download quota. Oh my god. Oh, so I guess we're stuck with that game we just downloaded. Incredible. Okay. Well, let's, I guess, minimize that and go see what we've just downloaded. Oh, this couldn't be more my sort of thing if it was trying. The amount of games I had with crack screens at the minute, at the start. And I noticed a number, so I'm just going to write that number down in case that we can dial that. Seven 093726200. There's another number as well, so I best take that one down just in case. 93726201. This was a BBS thing where you literally had to have separate lines so multiple people could dial in at the same time. Oh man, crack screens. What a thing. This is giving me so many retro vibes. I love it. Okay, greetings operator. Historians agree that eating was of primary importance to the people of the 20th century, and that's why the 20th century experience takes special care to present authentic recreations of the simple but hearty meals humans ate during this period. As part of our commitment to offering our visitors the real deal, the 20th century food court uses only late 20th century equipment to prepare all of its food. I don't think that's going to be true. Many diners tell us that they can tell the difference between the mass-produced molecular synthesized food of other historical recreations and ours, which is lovingly handmade with humble factory robotics. It is very Sam and Max Hit the Road, you're right, yeah. We trust you'll be able to get up to speed using this equipment to manufacture these authentic ancient foods quickly and efficiently. Thanks to management. I guess that's that, so I guess that's this. Showcase of all the richness and variety the ancients had to offer. Pretzels and nachos. Oh, I could go for some pretzels and nachos right now. Foods from opposing ends of the earth. Commingle? Oh, commingle harmoniously in this demonstration of the sheer power and scale of the 20th century's great trade caravans. This is all looking very traditionally Zachtronics. Very traditionally Zachtronics. Good to know. I've never heard that word before. What happens if I just hit play? Okay, something comes out of there, so that's a dispenser. That looks like an output. Instructions. Perfect. Sample orders. Auto ejecting stacker. Oh my. Create a wire or conveyor, move a wire or part, clone a part, delete a wire or part, rotate a part, hide all wires, play step stop. So we have tray, nachos and pretzels, stack on tray, it's a robot stacker, dispense cheese, deliver to output, complete all orders. Did you not find the instructions, Port Bonky? So I guess I do this. Yes, definitely hidden. That's fair. So that's the cheese dispenser. That's the tray. Okay, so I guess. Can I do that? All right. Do I not need a stacker then? Right. Oh. So if I plug that into there, will that then dispense a nacho? It will dispense a nacho. Interesting. So if I put the stacker there, then I put the cheese-a-majig there. I think I also need something going into the cheese. Will it just auto cheese things going under it? Oh, this might have been a poor one to start with. I get, maybe if I tell it to, oh, that one cable can't go to that cable. Oh, they've got little ins and outs on the cables. Okay, so we have signals that come out of this initial logic box and in and out. So I guess, yeah, we can say like nacho goes to nacho, pretzel goes to pretzel. Start goes to eject, comes out of stack to cheese, maybe? Oh. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get another game downloading while I try and figure this out. That one sounds like it's going to baffle me. I mean, I'm determined to figure out a bit more about it. I did play the demo for Signal State, which is a Zachtronics-like, but not made by Zachtronics, puzzle game, all to do with wiring stuff up. Oh yes, I forgot about the download quota. Okay, well I guess we've got 7 more minutes to try and figure this out. I know it is a revolution having a multitasking OS. Yeah, so if you like a slightly gentler introduction into connecting signals up, I'd recommend Signal State. It was quite fun. Can I get more? Clone apart, control and left kick. Move a wire and part. Hide all wires. Ooh! There was another machine, the scanner. Aha! Now, what does the scanner do? It scans barcodes on passing trays. If the barcode is present, provides information on what was ordered. Oh, so then if I do this... and if this scans and it's nacho, we want cheese? We have to get it to eject somehow. Yeah, maybe I just connect those. Yeah, I'm listening. We did an order! It's a Christmas miracle. I think we actually did figure that out. Oh, we get a review. A showcase of all the richness and variety, that's the same thing. Really gives you the sense of what life was like for these people. Everyone should experience it at least once. My boyfriend could not stop talking about this place. I kind of get it, but I don't. They stopped free slushy day, 1 star. That is the most honest review at the bottom there. Okay. Had to include a game by Zach Matix in this little collection. They're an odd duck in a whole lake full of odd ducks. In those early days, there wasn't much common wisdom about what computer games should be, so you saw all kinds of approaches that would seem bizarre today. Imagine a whole studio dedicated to making games where you basically had to do computer programming to beat them. Quite a niche, right? They were based in Harrogate in the UK, and I met the founder Zachary McGann once. That's nice. A little open dig at Zachtronics itself there. Let's try and make Hot Pockets, I guess. Oh, I didn't read the thing. How do I go back to the food court? There we go. Recently unearthed from an underground cache and frozen for over 700 years, these original Hot Pockets are as fresh as the day they were made by the ancients themselves. Don't miss out. I mean, I think if you look close enough, everything is a dig at Peter Molyneux these days. What machines are we allowed? We're allowed a microwave, cooks foodstuffs by subjecting them to high-frequency electroactive radiation. Scanner, stacker, counter, continuously modifies... Oh no. Continuously modifies an internal value by pre-programmed amounts when one or more impacts is active. Outputs indicate when the current value is 0 or positive. Oh, it's got very Zachtronics very quickly. Okay, so I assume... Oh, we can move these, but they have to be at the edges. Okay, so I assume if I just do this... I do this. I assume if I just do this and do pocket to pocket, it's going to whine that I've not heated up the thing. Oh, the... Oh. Okay, so products can collide as well. Oh no. Right, so I'll need a stacker anyway. I think I'll have to make a microwave timer as well, Port Wonky. You go away. Stacker. Stack to eject. Yeah. Yeah, so it's still frozen. Okay. So we need a microwave. Microwave can go in here. Guess if we just do that, that will just make it go straight through. Oh, I guess we have to microwave it before we stack it, I guess. I guess means we also need a scanner? Oh boy. Ah! Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's why I need a scanner. Oh, or I just microwave it when it comes out of there. Don't worry. Okay, so let's do what I was trying to do and see what happens if I try that. Yeah, it just passes straight through. Fine. So, what we need is a counter. I've just noticed that it plugs into the back. Oh, just for you, by the way, Port Ponky, I did add a no back seating rule to the chat after last time, after you were worried about it. Okay. So when it's 0... Okay, so obviously when it's 0, we want it to eject. It's when you first join the chat, apparently. Sense plus 9. Oh yeah, this is true. Continuously modifies an internal counter value by pre-programmed amounts when one or more inputs is active. Output indicates the current value is. So do I not need to set that higher? Oh. I need to set that at higher than 0. So I guess that should minus, but how do I set the... Oh! So I put the start into there, which will add 9 to it. And then I want this -1 when something's in it, and then that goes out and ejects. I think. Yes. Okay, so there's 9 in there. Yes, now it counts down because the sensing's active. Oh, I think I over microwaved it. Yes, okay. So 5? Oh yeah, it's there. It's heating up. So we want 4 actually, because it has 4 blips above it. Lava pocket. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, hot pocket. Oh, I'm going to lose so much time to this in the long run. I could do a +8 and -2 for extra excitement. They say that these are from 700 years ago, but I don't believe it. I know times were tough back then, but there's no way ancient people put up with these. Ever since I read that ancient warriors would eat these for their raids and dungeons, I've wanted to taste them. We like to make fun of people in olden times, but there were some things they got right. Tell you what, it's not Hot Pockets. Alright, let's see if we've run down our time where we can download a new game. We can! Vote now for which game I should be downloading in the background while we play a bit more Food Court. We have Dungeons and Diagrams, Steed Force Hobby Studio, Kabufuta Solitaire, Something the Forbidden Past, Hack and Match ROM, our Chip Wizard Professional. 2 for 1, that was very quickly. That was very quick. Alright, 1 it is. The point of this game is to figure out what the map looks like by filling in squares according to the numbers on the top and sides, while making sure you follow the rules. It's a fun puzzle and good to kill time with. Stick it to the man by putting it on your work terminal if you don't think the boss will see. Any trouble you get in at the office will be your own responsibility. I can see why you wanted this, Poor Ponky. It's basically a paper puzzle game, isn't it? Because it's got less graphics, it takes less time to download as well. Well, I'm actually really enjoying 20th Century Food Court, so I'm going to go back to that while that downloads. Oh, is it really? Apparently it's the favourite puzzle game Poor Ponky used as inspiration. To be fair, it reminds me of... there's loads of that type of puzzle game where you like project stuff into the field and try and figure out a map. Okay, wine o'clock, a staple of any ancient human's consumption patterns. The alcoholic, fermented grape juice known as wine came in thousands of varieties and was priced expensively enough to plausibly explain its overuse as a kind of inoffensive hobby. Too true. Oh, so we've got a red and a white wine dispenser. Oh, hey DW, how you doing? So that goes into there, that goes into there, and start will always need a glass. But I guess we need the glass to be under the dispenser. Ooh, wait, what? Good, we're just trying to figure out this game. Yeah. Oh, nuts. Okay. The wine is still on a tray, yes. Multi-mixer. Oh, there, I knew this was coming. Combines up to 4 input signals, allowing the output signal to be used for up to 4 times, or, if present, the enable input must also be active. The outputs to activate and... oh no. Oh no. I can imagine the spaghetti wires. Have you played Signal State? That also gets very spaghetti wire-ish. Holds each product until an input is activated and dispatch the held product in the direction specified by the input. And I guess the wine won't come out all at once, so you'd have to also delay it to fill the glass. Oh, nuts. Okay. 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 So, if I just do this, we get, yeah, fine, we get a glass and a tray. Put that back. But now we'll route that way, and then we will need a stacker to go down here. We'll tell it to just eject when it's stacked. Need to have the thing stay still under the wine dispensers. Which means I'd assume we probably need one of these. So I'm just going to put one of them in. Because that's also got a sensor. Right. Right. Oh man. This is already making my brain do a little bit of a wibble. So we need... yeah, we need this to do an AND. I think. If present, the enable input must also be active for the outputs to be active. Yeah. Okay. So, we want the sense to go into there, so nothing comes out of this until we have something on this plate. I think. Right, you just go down there, Stack. Then if we have that, we want... Wait, do we need two of these? I'm just going to try and solve this for red for now. We do that. Well, that's not outputting anything. I don't know. The start thing turns off. Oh, God. You're right, it does turn off. Which means we probably need something to store that it still has that. Which I guess means we need a counter? Oh no. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna need another one of those. So. Okay, so the start goes in, then the start comes out, makes a glass, sets some value on the counter. Let's start with that. Let's just say we want a big old glass of wine. Then, I guess... No, because that will only be when it's 0. Ooh. I guess maybe we tell that to do like 1 and then the red goes in there and -1s. Which then goes into there? Yeah, okay. So yeah, oh my, oh, this is going to break me very quickly. Okay, but then we need some way of telling it to stop whining. How many does it take? So it needs 2 wines. 2 squirts of red wine. Which to do that, we'd need another timer? Oh man, this is ramped up in complexity very quickly. That's until an input is activated. Yeah, which means we'd need another one of these to do that. And also means we need another splitter. I really don't feel like this is the right way to be doing this. At 0, we want it to go through. That's not the way to be doing it, because actually what we want is that output. Alright, so we can use that to go there. That can go into there. 1, 2. Ah. To be fair, that is pretty much all Zachtronics. I've been playing a lot of oh holy heck! I've been playing a lot of Exapunks recently, and most of my solutions are like, oh, I've thrown enough little bots at it and it works now. So we'll just call that a win. Right, so now I have to do all of that again. But for white wine. No. Okay. Okay. Oh. So I don't. Okay. So let's duplicate that. Duplicate that. So red goes straight into there. So white needs to go straight into there. When it's 0, it needs to come out into. But I also need to duplicate the sense thing. Oh, which means I need another one of those to duplicate the sense wire. Man, this is, even for a Zachtronics game, complicated already. So that then goes into there. That then goes into there. That 0. Oh man, I need another one. So that 0 has to go into there. That 0 has to go into there. That output has to come to through. Okay, does that actually... This machine has too many active inputs. Oh, because I didn't set these up to... So we duplicate that one. That can go into there. 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 Was this the wire spaghetti you were talking about, GW? Because I'm seeing that now. It works. I am so pleased that worked. Expensive, tastes sour and gross. Old-time humans were weird. It's true. Gin is better. Wine was a mark of sophistication in the 20th century, and it's easy to see why. I detected notes of soy lecithin, Cinnabon, mouthfeel, and normcore. Oh, I didn't know wine was alcoholic. So, let's try and figure out if we can figure out how that worked. So, at the start, we're sending signals through these. In fact, we can step, right? Yeah, so at start we send signals through all of this, which sets up our counters, all the 4 counters to have 1 on them. Then when we dispense red wine, it zeroes this counter, so you then have a permanent output in here towards this stack of stuff for doing red wine. Then everything just keeps going until... I was waiting that before I press step. There we go. Everything goes till we get here. Yeah, then we sense in that goes through all of these splitters and some ands, which then mean if it's a red one, we've got the red signal in here, which then dispenses red wine. If it's white, we have the signal that dispenses white wine, and then these other timers mean that we always dispense 2 globs of wine into the glass. That then runs out. And when this is 0, we then send a signal through to the sorter to then release the glass. Fine. You can, yes. Amazing. Right, let's go see the other game we've downloaded. If anything, just to keep Port Ponky from whining because he didn't play that game very much. But you're going to be annoyed with me, Port Ponky, because I'm going back to that one. I like that one. Okay, Dungeons and Diagrams. Let's view the tutorial. Hark, brave adventurer, in this game you must use logic, boring, to complete the dungeon map by placing walls in correct spaces. The number next to each row indicates how many walls it contains. Oh, okay, I'm starting to see a familiar pattern, yeah. Left click to place walls. Every empty space in the map is part of either a treasure room or a hallway. Right click to mark empty spaces. Treasure rooms are always 3x3 with a single entrance and a single chest. The chest can be in any of the spaces. Every monster is a dead end. Every dead end contains a monster. Oh, every monster is in a dead end and every dead end contains a monster. All empty spaces connect into a single contiguous shape. Diagonal spaces are never considered to be adjacent. Hallways are always 1 space wide. Outside a treasure room, there will never be a 2x2 block of empty spaces. Place all the walls correctly to solve the puzzle and unlock more. Okay, so we know that has to be 0. So we can mark all those away. These must be dead ends. They must be in a dead end as well. And we've got 7. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, so this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 by 8. Okay. This is where you discover I'm really, really bad at these types of puzzle games. Although, I guess there has to be a wall there to make that a dead end. There has to be a wall there and there and there, I think, which gives us our 4. Perfect. So we have a 5 here. 7 here. So we know there must be a space somewhere down here. This treasure room has to be a 3x3 of empty space with this treasure chest in it somewhere. Interesting. Because I think these have to come out this way to continue this pattern. Otherwise we can't do a corridor up or down, which will rule those out. Which means we can put that in. Which means we can put that in. You have to be at a dead end. I'm not sure which way the dead end has to be. This is 3x3, then we know it has to go there. It has to go there. Okay. Dungeons and Diagrams was a fun little puzzle game that spread through the office. It was an older version than this with simpler graphics. Someone gave it to me, who got it from his friend, who got it from a different friend, and so on. That's how things spread. The guy who made it was in Finland, but nobody knew how to contact him. We'd have all liked to send him some money, but how? Eventually I was able to make contact by going through a connection in the Sawayama Nordic office. Such a small world back then. Okay. We can download another game while that's going. It's my choice now, and I choose... I don't think I choose Chip Professional. Chip Wizard Professional, that sounds hard. No, you pick that one, Port Bonky. GW, why don't you pick? One to 7. This isn't a democracy. It only has a thin veneer of democracy. Hobby Studio, okay. You don't even have to be a fan of the Steed Force TV show or even know what it is to enjoy this model building simulator toy. Ah, I'm going to build Gundams, aren't I? Legally distinct Gundams. Snap pieces together and paint them with different colours, fix decals if you want, have fun. There's no particular goal here apart from getting to play with cool robots without needing to spend hundreds of dollars to import the real ones. Downloading. Okay. Oh, that's cute. We'll do another one of these. Then I might go back to YMS. I didn't. I was much more into Sharky and George as a kid. Okay, so we know that had to be 6 because that fills it all up, which then means we can sort that one out. The treasure room has to be around here somewhere. These have to be dead ends. If we can't build there, I'm pretty sure that means the dead end has to come that way. Otherwise it's not a dead end. I think. But then that leaves us a problem here, because then they're not in a dead end, so maybe that's not right. I'm sorry we can't all be as good at these types of games, because we haven't made one yet, Port Ponky. I'm thinking. Okay, so... we know there has to be like a one-width corridor. You also need to be in a dead end. I know you're judging me. You always are. For context for people watching, I've played a bit of an early version of the game Port Ponky's working on. He's much more judgy when you're playing his game, to be fair. Okay. Oh, I think that's the noise of something being downloaded in the background. So yeah, you must be in a dead end as well. This has to be a single line corridor, so it could go up or it could go to the right. You need to be in a dead end somehow. Basically, we know that these have, like, there's only one gap in this entire route up here, so I guess it has to be there. Yeah, okay. Which then gives us a path out. So that means if this is to be in a dead end, this must have to be around like that in order to make that treasure room work. We need ones there, so that has to be like that. But then we have no, it would have to be like that to make that dead end work. This problem with these games is these are just esoteric mumbling from someone playing them as they try and figure out. And that has to go there. You need to be in a dead end somehow. We need 2 along this route. They can't be in here because that'll block stuff off. Just need to be over here somewhere. Can't be there. It could be one of those 2. So this still needs to have a corridor coming down. So it could just be this. Then that leaves us a problem with that, doesn't it? Which means it has to be there. That can wiggle. That doesn't help us. It actually has to have a 4 in there. It has to have a 4 in there. Oh, these games always hurt me. That's true then. The only place that can go is there and there. That can't be that way because that will leave that gap there, which I can't do. Which means I have definitely messed this up somewhere. Oh, the dead end has to go that way. There it is. There we go. I knew I'd messed it up somewhere. Alright, well, we're going to close that one down because that one just makes me have to think too much about talking. Thank you. 11 minutes for that. So let's go and have a look at the Gundam Painting Studio. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can see why you like this, GW. One of my co-workers used to enjoy this robotic cartoon show called Steed Force. Turn down the background volume there a little bit. Later he had the idea it would be fun to build some of the models with his son, but importing the kits from Japan was impossible unless you're willing to pay crazy amounts of money to have someone there ship them to you. This was before you could just order what you wanted on the computer, but instead he made something just as cool, or maybe even better. A complete model building simulation based on the show. I would like to paint this chunky boy. Oh, is there a new one? Which one's the new one then? Which one haven't you seen before, GW? The last one? Well, we'll have a look at this one then. Oh, they're even on the sprues. That's cute. Hold shift when grabbing a part to detach it from other parts. Hold tab to quickly and open the tools. When using masking tape, hold shift. Use tweezers to remove masking tape. Oh, this is already a bit far for me. I feel like that's not enough instructions. Oh wow. Oh wow. I have never done model painting and I am feeling out of my depth. So out of my depth. Okay, Well, how do I... Oh, do I have to use a tool to... Oh my... So very out of my depth. Right. So move all those away. Can these plug together? Aha! Aha! Okay. Okay, we can just use the shortcuts whenever to try and plug stuff back together. Right. Oh, those look like back parts. Snip, 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 snip. Ah. Okay, and it automatically deletes the sprues when we're done with them. Okay, tool window go away. Do you clip onto there? Perfect. Just clip onto there. You can clip onto there. Okay. Some progress plugging all these things together. That's always good. I guess we might as well get rid of this sprue as well while we're here. Figure out what to do with those decal-y bits in a minute. You go away. Ah, that's the other half of the gun. That looks like some form of jetpack. Or at least the output from some form of jetpack. Definitely feels like one that would be quite satisfying to just do quietly when not on stream. On stream it feels very pressured. But I can certainly see the satisfaction of like slowly snipping all these things out, a bit like when you have a board game with all the pieces in its cardboard prints. You just spend a happy half an hour just like popping them all out. Okay, we build the fists. Figure out what these plug into. These plug into. Right. Well, I guess now we have to figure out how some of the bigger bits plug together. So we've got a leg here. Leg here. Leg here. That looks like a foot. Amazing. That looks like the other foot. And then we've got those bits, which are these bits, which hook around the ankles. There we go. Okay, do we have these? These look like robo thighs. Oh, I accidentally connected it to the robo pelvis, but that's fine. We need to do that anyway. Okay. And then these bits go on the sides, do they? Yeah. Check out the... I assume it will save, right? Ah. Okay, that is a cute little detail that you can see it building. There we go. Okay, so that looks like... No, it's that bit first, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, does that plug into... Yeah, there we go. Oh, hang on. And then these small bits plug in front. These are the arm bits. Evidently not. Okay, come over here, instructions. So you're saying you plug into there? Bottom to bottom. Ah, there we go. And then the arm units go in. I guess are these segments. Ah, that's also the bit I was looking for there. Plug into there yet? No. Okay, so we have... There we go. So... the arms, we need to figure out how these bits all go together. Oh, it's that way around. Ah, okay. And then a fisty fist. Okay. That is progress. Okay, so let's bring the arms over there. Bring those over there, because they plug into that. Let's just get all the little bits as well. Okay. So, they'll plug into there. Lovely. And then that plugs into there. Oh. Those go on this helmet somehow. But that also needs the... Ah, there we go. There we go. That goes in there. That goes on there. Where did those go? I've not seen those. Okay, so obviously the gun can go in as our hand. That's fine. Oh, okay, so those hang off there, right? Those shoot out these. Okay. And those bits go on top there. And there. And he holds his legally distinct lightsaber in the other hand. Ah, that's what that is. That will be the handle. So, yeah, that goes in there somewhere. That goes in there somewhere as an exhaust. And then I just need to figure out where these go. Oh, hey, Joe. I will show you a much more Zachtronics game in a minute. There is one that is incredibly Zachtronics that I really enjoyed. even though it went incredibly complicated incredibly quickly. Is that going there somewhere? There it is. Hooray! So we have completely constructed that, definitely not Gundam. Oh, and I've made the thing go away. You might wonder why I included this program since it's not really a game in the strict sense of the word. It's more like a toy with some kind of weird simulator, or some kind of weird simulator without any particular goal. I guess the reason is I was just so impressed by the lengths this guy went to making all the art and everything and released it all for free just because he wanted to build some model kits with his kid. I think that's such a great expression of the creativity of the early computer era. There weren't nearly as many rules or commercial pressures. You could just make a fun toy. And that was the whole point. So I'm going to leave painting that for now because, well, frankly, I'm terrible at painting in real life. But for now, we will go set another one downloading while we go and show my puzzle stream buddy the real Zachtronics game at the beating heart of this. So we've had a look at 1, we've had a look at 2 and 3. I think 5 intrigues me. Grow weird flesh sculptures in order to escape death. I don't think many people played this game when it came out. The ideas and presentations are pretty out there. Honestly though, it's worth the experience, even if it's a little hard to figure out. Lots of folk are scared by the idea that they might not be around forever. Are you? How far would you go in your quest for immortality? Okay, so we'll get that downloading. It's going to take 3 minutes to download. And we'll go show Joe 20th Century Food Court. Partly because I want to play some more of it as well. Mainly because I love the music, to be fair. Okay. Mumbai Chat. One of the common patterns we see in 20th century food is the need to keep things interesting by varying shape, texture, colour and of course flavour. The great combinatorial variety made possible by different ingredients was always explored thoroughly. Okay. So Joe, basically, in true Zachtronics style, we have an input, we have an output that we need, but then we also have to figure out how to cable it all up in a way that makes sense. Perhaps what I'll do is I'll show you how it starts, right? So you start with here, when we have a nacho, we dispense nacho. When we want pretzels, a pretzel signal, we dispense pretzels, because each of these links to something real on the world. So this pretzel input links to it producing a pretzel over there. The stacker is just linked to itself, so once it's finished stacking, it ejects it. This thing here is a scanner, so what we say is when it scans and it finds nacho, it dispenses cheese. That means what you get is one nacho put, cheese dispensed. One pretzel scanned, no cheese. The start basically is when there's a new request come in for a new ingredient. So the Hot Pocket one, for example, we use the start to set a counter so we can then actually time this microwave. So if you watch, the start sets out to 4 and then we have to keep it in the microwave for exactly 4 ticks. So the Hot Pocket's actually cooked and not frozen. But the wild thing is, this is 3 levels in. This was the solution 3 levels in. So I'm a bit worried. Because this has to dispense both red and white wine, and you have to delay it enough for the wine to happen and put it on a tray. Yeah, so I'm worried about how many levels there are on this, for how complicated it's got already. Oh boy, that's so many machines. Okay, so we can buy a counter. We can buy a multi-mixer that we've seen before. New ones, sequencer plays back a pre-programmed sequence of output signals A, B, C, D after the start input is activated. Resets when the end of the signal is reached or the stop input is activated. Docker creates small holes in passing dough so that it remains flat when cooked. We've seen the scanner before. Router automatically routes incoming products to one of 3 other directions based on whichever input was last activated. We've seen the stacker. Fryer cooks foodstuff by immersing them in superheated liquid triglycerides. A sensor is different to a scanner. Interesting. Sorter we used before. Waste bin stores up to 1 product to be discarded. Like all modules and machines, waste bins are reset after each order is completed. Right, we've got something that will dispense red, green and white. And something that will obviously dispense dough. Tomato, mint and yogurt sauce. Yep, that makes sense. Okay. So we've only got one output here for food, which is dough. So I'm going to assume we're just going to get a splitter for now because I probably need that. Okay, so whatever happens on start, we want to dispense some dough. Probably. Okay. Then I guess we need to put the dough through this. And I guess we need to fry the dough, which seems to have a similar system to the microwave. Yeah, okay, so we need to tell it when to eject. And that had a counter of 2, which means we need a counter. And we'll take something from our start splitter, so it sets to 2. And then we'll take something from the sense in the fryer into here, so when it detects something's in it, every tick it will -1. And when this gets to 0, it will eject it. As you've not seen this before, Joe, does that broadly make sense? We're basically setting a timer to 2, and then we're using the sensor in the fryer to decrement the value until we get to 0, which then it should hopefully eject it. We will also need, because we seem to need this for everything, a stacker. Just going to put the stacker down in the corner to stack and eject itself. Now, what I don't know is how we figure out what to put into this. Yeah, it's like a traditional Zachtronics thing. Everything seems to be in steps. Because we can actually step, like 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step sort of thing. In the kind of traditional debugging way. Now, it looks on that output that we only seems to need green, but also we need to make it into some form of pocket. How do we do that? I assume this is probably why we need the sequencer, I suppose. This will tell us what we need to output from this thingy. Let's try a sensor as well. So that just has an output that basically says okay. That would just send a signal when something goes past, I guess. Okay, so let's try setting up this. Sense into there. Just output all of those, so that will then, I guess, give us everything. Oh, that will also... Yeah, I was about to say... That will also probably spaff it onto the tray. Oh. So, guess instead we want a scanner. If it's this, then do this, this, this. It did not like that, no. I'm wondering if this plays from top to bottom. Oh! Yes, I remember. It's because the tray is what has the barcode on. Okay. Instead, let's stack them up there. Do that, although I think you probably also have to pause it on here while it puts the stuff in. Yeah, okay. Okay, which means we need to pause under there, which means we need this sorter which holds things. Probably means we also need another timer. So if we're going to do 3 of these, we'll want this to be set to 3 when we start. And then when this senses something's on it, we want that to go -1. And then when it's done, we want that to be sent out for through. Let's see if that's anywhere close to right. So we stack the thing, stops on there, squidge, squidge, squidge. Okay. So the good part is we've managed to get the source on there. Bad part is I don't know how... Oh, we don't want it to remain flat. Oh, so I bet the other one's going to be that it needs to be flat and this one needs to be curved. Oh no. Yeah, it is, look. Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay, but the good thing is they both seem to need the same filling. So this whole this whole sequence is okay. Means I don't think we actually need this. We could just use the cheaper sensor here. And that could just go into there. But I guess we need the more expensive scanner up here to determine whether or not it goes through this thing first before it goes around. Yeah, okay. So we need a scanner. Need one of these, and then we need something that will detour it. Oh, that's clever. It automatically labels the things when you have multiple of the same type. Good game design. Okay, so if we put this here, move that there, put this here, and then we can make this wiggle around like that. And this scanner needs to point this way. And then if it's this one, it needs to go through. If it's this one, it needs to go left. Can't scan it yet because it's not on a tray. Oh! And we can't put the tray in the deep fat fryer. Well, I assume we can't put the tray in the deep fat fryer. Didn't like us putting it in the microwave, to be fair. No, it doesn't like us putting the tray in the deep fat fryer. So then how do you... Because I've got the outputs over here. Idiot. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. That's a through. That's a left. But we need to delay them slightly. We need to delay them by a tick. Which means counters. Oh no, based on whichever input was last activated. Ah. Ha 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 ha. Aha. That's why I've got this new element. Yes. Okay, so yes, so they light up. So you're through, you're left. Yes, okay. That sounds like it's what we want. Lovely. Yeah, that's what we want. Excellent. I feel like I could probably do that little loop a bit more efficiently. And then we get reviews. These have to be the most complex flavours they were able to achieve with their technology level. How did they do it? Good if you like your food to have a lot of tastes in it. You can't be a human being if you don't eat food, my auntie said, so I came here and ate it. It's fine, but still, I don't see why I need food to be a human being. Oh, wow. So this is definitely my favourite one so far. We've got a letter. Interest in 20th century human life continues to grow, and the 20th century experience is receiving more visitors than ever. As part of this effort, we are meeting our visitors' demands by adding even more 20th century style cuisines to choose from in the food court. Sometimes it's difficult for people to remember what was actually available in the 20th century. No metasatary, nutrient sublimation, etc. Historical realities like this may seem like a letdown at first, but it is our belief that our diners will soon find there is still much to admire about 20th century food, no matter how crude and disgusting it may seem at first. The management. Alright, well, I assume that our other game will have downloaded by now. Excellent. Let's see if we are... Thank you. 2 more minutes until we can download the next game. So, let's open the Forbidden Path. Ah, another crack screen. These are great. You cannot trace us, you cannot find us, but we're always here. Praise for all those who follow the Forbidden Path. Amazing. Although, that does remind me that we got a phone number from the other crack I've not tried typing in yet. This one's properly creepy. Okay. This one got deeply creepy. We'll come back to that one in a second, because I just want to check something. As we got that number from the other one, can I add a new server? Oh, okay. We have to go do that outside. There's no obvious dialing from inside. Oh. Are you going to creepily talk at me again? You're not. Okay. Oh boy. Grow the seeds into this. Oh wow. It is. This is very Cosmos 9 IFO like. No, how do I? Okay, so I guess this looks like some form of command line down here. Oh, going like this. So I guess this means we can move stuff up and down. Ignore, divide, specialize, reaction. Seed, skin, target seed. Okay. So we actually want to divide. Oh. Okay, so this is at the left. Yeah, I want to make everything into flesh, but it seems to be that this is what you're targeting at the left. I want to do the action on, in this case, the seed. I can target seed or skin at the moment, and I can tell it which direction to divide in. And this is the output of a reaction, and this is specialize, which I guess is how you change the seed into skin. It doesn't seem to matter whether we do seed or skin, so I'm going to start with just seed. Okay, we want you to go left first. Then I pick this one and I say go up. Oh, so it keeps going up. Interesting. Interesting. So the commands, oh, I see, we're actually putting, it looks like we're putting those commands permanently into the DNA. So like always spread left, always spread up, always spread right, always spread down. And I guess seeds turn into flesh at the end. Yeah, it's kind of cellular autonomy, but I'm not quite sure of the rules. Oh, it's bigger. Okay, I forgot as well that it goes like upsy downsies. So let's move these all back so we're using the first commands. Okay, well that seems to work. Oh, and I clicked a button. This is a weird one. By a strange set of circumstances, I met this guy named Tanner, who'd been a movie producer in Hollywood. Even though he was pretty high up in the film world, he was completely convinced that interactive media was the future, so he wanted to get into computer games. He'd call me wanting to know what the new Sanwayamas could do on a technical level. I think he appreciated the way I explained it, or at least tried to explain it, even when he asked about virtual reality or ray tracing, whatever other sci-fi buzzwords he'd heard. Oh wait, was there not an address book in here? There was an address book in here. Oh. I want to be able to dial these. I want to be able to dial or add stuff in my address book. Okay, let's try the next one. Oh, that's... Oh. Oh. Wait, are these different? There's different fleshes to the flesh we got here. Oh, that was skin, not flesh. Silly me. Okay, this time we're going to be making flesh by the look of it. We can move the starting blob. Oh, and it looks like this time there's a specific order. Oh, I see. Seed becomes that type of flesh, becomes that type of flesh. Was there something important on the last one? Oh yeah, that's just seed becomes skin. Okay. So it looks like there's a whole bunch of different types of things that can become. Alright. So target seed, go up. Target seed, go down. Target seed, go left. So I guess here it's important that you do the spreads in the right order so you get this pattern. They're kind of predominantly up and down versus left and right. Okay, and then we want to target seed. Turn into that type of flesh. Target that type of flesh. Turn into that. Yeah, so there's like an order of changing at the bottom there. So you have to kind of transmutate through a couple of versions. Yeah, this one's properly weird, even for Zachtronics. Okay, seed into something, into something. Oh, bone. Okay. So seed, spread up. Seed, spread down. Seed, turn into bone. Bone, turn into other type of bone? That's not quite right, because we've now got... We only need a bone of 4 length. It is too much bone. Okay, what happens if we move this up? Oh, yeah. So we move it up, and then we just get it to transmute down, and then we do the conversion. There we go. Man, the atmosphere of this game is really weird, and I love it. This is really reminding me of a certain type of old retro kind of point and click game where there was actually there was a bunch of puzzle games that were just like really creepy and weird back in the day as well, where it was a lot of people just made games with very particular, strange and really quite creepy atmospheres, like the one where you get attacked by giant ants. I can't remember the name of, but was quite well known. Oh no, we've got to grow hair on this skin. So, oh, what's... Oh, so we can now also kill pieces. What is this? Why? What's that? I don't know. Interesting. I don't understand. Oh, fuse. Oh, because it's got to be a whole contiguous. Okay. Okay. So we need to, yeah, to start as always by always so far spreading out everywhere. Down. And left. Then we have to fuse. Okay. Then we have to turn into skin. Then we have to grow some hair. Oh, this one is very icky. Okay, so in this case we have four types of flesh. So it looks like we have to metal neighbor. Interesting. So it looks like we have to make some form of flesh behind skin. Oh yes, we can say if... Oh, so this is like another condition. If your bottom neighbour is metal, then... Okay, so let's start without conditions. How do I remove the metal? No, just ignore. There we go. Okay. Start off by spreading. And then fusing. Do it like this, then we only have to fuse in one direction. Also, we do it like that, we don't need the up either. So that saves us an operation. We want to fuse to the right. Okay. Then this needs to become that. So icky. This needs to become that. Oh, we can jump straight to that one. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, because anything can come off. Oh, but that's to be from the same... Yeah, so that means from this first state of flesh, you can go to any other types of flesh, which means this one has to be, if the neighbour's metal, become that. Then the rest of the flesh can become that. Oh, it's so icky. All these different connections. Ugh. Blah. I thought it would die down, but Tanner called me even more as he put together his games studio. He'd call late at night, not a care in the world about the time differences or long-distance charges from Los Angeles to Kansas City. I don't know what he saw in me that made him want to bounce ideas off me, but he did constantly. I mean, it was fun. He had a way of catching you up in his creative energy. He said once he got Inner Sanctum off the ground, I had a standing invitation to move out there and direct a game. I'm not sure I quite believed it. Interesting. Okay, oh boy. Yeah, it is slowly figuring out how to make a human. I'm not sure I'm okay with that. Okay, so how would we go about doing this? Obviously got almost every type of material we're going to get. Oh. And we've got more conditions. Thank you, Joe. I'm going to do this one more and then I'm going to change games, but thank you for joining. Okay, seed. Change, duplicate upwards. Seed, duplicate downwards. Seed, duplicate leftwards. Then let's target seed. It's up neighbor. Should be anything. It's down neighbor should be anything. It should become bone. Oh, you're only allowed one neighbour condition. Ooh. Okay. If it's above neighbour is... So, we'll target the seed. If the above neighbour is metal, we want it to become a type of flesh. Metal, we want it to become a type of flesh. If it's target seed, if it's below neighbour is metal, we want that to become that type of flesh. And if it's left neighbour's metal, we want it to become flesh. Again, I guess the final one, if it's left neighbour is flesh, we also want it to become flesh. Actually, let's not put that one in yet. Oh man. Then, if this and its upstairs neighbour is that type of flesh, we want it to become bone. Oh, that's not right. Okay, but if we move that one to the left. That one? Oh, that's right, we don't really mind about ordering because we're probing the DNA. Don't know what to do with this one. Unless we can do... Yeah, so we target seed, and if it's left neighbour is flesh, then we want it to also become flesh. Okay, and then seed, if its left neighbour is also seed, we want it to become bone. No, because that then starts transforming too early. The timing of this doesn't matter. And also, to be fair, I did that one wrong. It was if the right neighbour was seed we wanted anyway. Ha! That clearly doesn't work. Okay. Leave that one to think on while we go have a look at the other game we've just downloaded. Or in fact, go and download a new game. Now we've downloaded that one. I guess hack and match on. We've not done that one. Test your block matching metal against 4 wacky hackers. This game wasn't super well known over here. You might have seen or played a version of home console. That's why Last Call BBS is proud of bringing you the perfect full arcade version of the game. The best version. Be warned, you need at least a Z5 Power Lance to run this emulator at an acceptable frame rate. Thankfully we do. Okay, so there's 3 more games to have a quick peek at. Although we're running towards the end of the stream today. I'll probably try and have a look at a couple more. Guess while that's downloading, we'll try and do one of these. These are relatively quick. Okay. So we know there needs to be a treasure room around here somewhere. These are all in dead ends. We don't know how this one's going to be in a dead end. This one has to be in a dead end. Around here somewhere. This could be dead-ended either here or here. We don't know which just yet. We do know this has to basically do this. I think. No, we don't. Wishful thinking on my part. We know there can't be anything there or there. There has to be something there. So there can't be anything there, I guess. So... how do we solve this from here? That's the other game downloaded in the background. I wonder. Yeah. I wonder, what are the rules around the... treasure rooms are always 3x3 with a single entrance and a single chest. In other words, it could be anywhere from here down to here, but we know it has to include some of these spaces here. And because... yeah, because of this 6, we know it has to be in here, because this basically can't let us have a gap of 3 anywhere. The maximum gap we can have is 2. Which means the entrance to the treasure room is probably in this column. I swear if you haven't figured it out already, you realise I'm really bad at this type of paper puzzle. Okay, and the wall to the treasure room cannot be in this column because we don't have enough, so it must be in this column. I mean, it's this. This. That would mean there's a dead end there without a baddie in it. Which can't be right. So maybe... I need to rethink that. But for now... I think we're looking at that. Gives us a dead end there, which we're not allowed. That is allowed, but then we still have this issue of no dead end here. We can do that, which is allowed. I think gives us a dead end there. Ah. Abandoned ship. Look at the new game. Guess it's the Juicebox Arcade. This one took me a while to find. You could import the home console version of Hack and Match, or Hack times Match, but I wanted the full arcade experience like you're really in a Japanese game center. Not gonna lie, I was pretty blown away to find out you could emulate a full arcade machine on a Sawayama Power Lance. I would have loved to have mentioned it in my sales pitch if I could. Of course, it wasn't exactly 100% legal. Most people in the US hadn't heard of Juice or some of its games before either. This was a cool thing I mostly kept to myself and my BBS friends. Okay. Let's... Oh. Okay. What are the controls? Insert coin F1, pause F2, WASD and J and K. Interesting that it looks like you can do 2-player. Let's do 2 times video size then, and let's insert a coin. Okay. So it looks like a line of 4 will vanish. And there seems to be some attack stuff up there. Alright, I guess we're just going to have to play this and figure it out. Ah! So one stick swaps, one button swaps stuff. Other allows you to grab and drop. Grab and shoot back up, I guess. What it... okay, excuse me please. Not a fan. Why is this not... Nope, 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 nope. No, now I'm just messing up. How do you get those things to trigger? Do not know. That's unhelpful. Oh, this is not going to last long. Can I delete those? Oh, can you just not delete those? Oh, that's sad times. That is sad, sad times. Okay. I'm going to give up on that and try that again in a second. Give myself a few credits. Do like the fact that they're doing the kind of Puyo Puyo style competitive against another player sort of angle. It's always fun. Don't like that bar filling up. Ah, that's what causes them to attack. I see. See, but I do not like it. We need to get this out. Then we need to get this out. And there. There as well. This is one of those ones that is quite tricky to talk about when you're doing. It's a slight problem with all these arcade puzzle games, which I love. They take a lot of brain. Oh, you absolute git. You there, you. This speeds up. It's obviously wanting me to make combos as well that I'm not doing very well at. Oh, when I get more than 4, it makes attacks okay. I am struggling to do. Oh, if 2 of them touch, that destroys everything. Ah, they are useful. Okay. Okay. Making sense. See if we can at least take out the first enemy in this game. Don't like how much it's speeding up. Okay, there we go. We've won one round of this arcade game. Which, if I know anything about these types of games, means the next one will be much harder. So I'm going to do that, and then to grab that one, do that one, and swap that in so we get an attack. Ah, nice, and a combo, even better. Oh, this is so hard to talk and think at the same time in this one. Not that I think there's going to be a problem for much longer, to be fair. Oh, no, we need to move that so we can dig in to get that one. No, I have fluffed this quite badly. No, that's not going to help. I know, game, I know. I've done very badly. There we go. Indeed. Alright. Well, on that note, I think that might be it for it today. We haven't quite got to all the games yet. We've got through to a good bunch of them. Other ones I've played, I have to say my favourite one so far is actually the 20th Century Food Court. I really, really enjoyed that one. And I will be going back and playing that and spending a lot of my time plugging together wires and whatnots in order to figure out how that all works. I love a good arcade puzzle game, so I'll probably be going back and playing more of a Hack Times match as well. And I'm curious to figure out the Forbidden Path, because I do not see how that puzzle we got stuck on is possible. Obviously it must be, but I can't quite figure out how right now, so I want to go back and figure that out. Dungeons and Diagrams is clever. It's not really my type of puzzle game so much, But I can imagine that people who are really into the kind of logic deduction puzzle games will love that one. And obviously there's a lot of creativity in Steed Force Hobby Studio. But yeah, I kind of also want to dig a bit deeper just to see if there's any kind of meta puzzle stuff going on. Because this is the sort of game where I feel like you could have the system unlocking secret stuff once you do certain things. Which, shameless plug, if you do like seeing stuff like that, strongly suggest you go wishlist CRT7, because that is exactly the sort of nonsense I love designing. Anyway, for now, thanks for joining for today. I'm going to go off and probably make some 20th century food court stuff, not on stream, without people judging me, so I can make horrific spaghetti creations. Potentially, I suppose, to make horrific spaghetti from the 20th century. Anyway, for those of you who did, thanks for voting on this. I've been wanting to play this for a while. Definitely going to keep playing this. At some point as well, I should probably show you my just horrific Exapunks solutions as well, because I'm not quite finished that yet, but I'm getting nearer the end of that, I believe. But yeah, really strongly recommend this if you like the types of games where you have to figure out what you have to do as part of the puzzle, which I really do. My favourite types of puzzles are the ones where you need to figure out kind of the rules a bit as you go as well. I've always loved that style of design. And I guess one of the nice things they've done with this is because they can have a bunch of different games in it, they can have ones that are a lot more esoteric and a lot more confusing. Because people can go and play some of the other ones if it's not their style, which is clever. I like it. Anyway, yeah, until next Sunday, or until Joe and I do another puzzle stream, once we figure out what the next co-op puzzle game we're going to play is. Take care, thanks for joining, and I hope you enjoy making the final Gundam GW. Now you've seen that you can have one. It is very cool. I guess I should go and figure out how on earth you start painting this, really. Until then, take care all, have a good rest of your Sunday. I can well believe it. I can well believe it. Cheers all.